The crisp air, the towering pines, and the solitude were all comforting, but my last trip turned my haven into a nightmare. It was late October, and the leaves had turned vibrant shades of orange and red. I decided to camp near a secluded area I had recently discovered. There were no trails leading to it, just an untouched piece of wilderness that called to my adventurous spirit. I packed my gear, including a map, a compass, and my trusty flashlight, and set out early in the morning. As the day wore on, I found myself deeper in the forest than I had anticipated. The trees grew closer together, their twisted branches blocking out the sun, creating a twilight atmosphere. I stumbled upon an old overgrown path that wasn't on my map. Curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to follow it. The path led me to a small clearing dominated by a dilapidated cabin. Its wooden frame was rotting and the windows were shattered. It looked like it had been abandoned for decades. Despite its eerie appearance, I was intrigued and decided to investigate. As I approached, the air grew colder, and an unsettling silence enveloped the area. Inside, the cabin was even more dismal. Broken furniture was scattered about, and a thick layer of dust covered everything. The walls were adorned with strange symbols I didn't recognize. I felt a shiver run down my spine, but brushed it off as a draft. I set up my camp just outside the cabin, planning to explore it more in the morning. As night fell, I lit a small fire and sat down to enjoy the tranquility. The forest was eerily quiet, with only the occasional rustle of leaves breaking the silence. After a while, I crawled into my tent and drifted off to sleep. I woke abruptly in the middle of the night, heart pounding. The air was frigid and my breath came out in visible puffs. I heard a faint whispering outside my tent. At first I thought it was the wind, but the whispers grew louder and more distinct. They were in a language I couldn't understand, but the tone was menacing. Grabbing my flashlight, I unzipped the tent and shone the light outside. The fire had long since died, and the darkness was impenetrable. The whispers stopped as soon as I stepped out. I scanned the area, my flashlight beam revealing nothing but trees and shadows. I told myself it was just my imagination, and went back to bed, though sleep did not come easily. The next morning I felt a sense of unease. The events of the night before had shaken me. Determined to shake it off, I decided to explore the cabin further.